Today we're learning the Chappell Roan song, Good Luck Babe, on ukulele, a song she famously wrote about trying to get a refund through DoorDash customer service. Basically, it's two parts, all right? 4 chords, 2 parts, and then the second part is really just kind of 1 chord. But it's kind of a really fun song to play. So let's start off just by hearing how it's going to sound. It's going to sound like this. So these might be chords you haven't used before, especially when it comes to the B minor chord. But basically, the chords are going to be G major, A major, D major, B minor, and then eventually we have like a E minor 7, E minor 9 part. But let's go to just the verse and the chorus, which is just the same loop over and over again. We'll do the chords first, then we'll do the strumming pattern, which is really interesting. All right, so we got G major chord, open, 2, 3, 2. And then we're going to transition into an A major chord, 2, 1, open, open. Alternatively, we're also going to do an A major chord where it's just 2 frets higher, G. We're going to get to that part later. I think that's easier, but we'll do the traditional way first. So, G, A, and notice how I kind of keep my middle finger in line on that fret, just move it to the first string there, so 2, open, 1, open. Then we're going to keep your middle finger there, go to D major, 2, 2, 2, open. And then we're going to go to B minor, 4, 2, 2, 2. Or, an easier way, I think, to go to B minor from D major is just move this down a string, and then just get the highest 3 strings, and skip that 4 on the G string, right? So, all together. Or, okay, that's pretty much the entire song, all right? Now, I think the best way to strum this, instead of doing that tried and true ukulele strumming pattern that is the same for every song, we're gonna break this in to a 3 count and a 5 count, okay? So it's the same time signature, but we're gonna count to 3 and count to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I think this has more of the vibe of the song as far as like where the percussion is, stuff like that. So let's just do it really quick on just this G major chord, all right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you'll notice I'm just going down and up with I'm kind of hitting the down strokes with my pointer finger and the up strokes with my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll notice on the first 2 and 3, 1, mute, mute. I'm just holding the string so I'm not hearing them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have that kind of forward momentum that the song is just vibing. That's why it vibes so hard, because it kind of leaves that first bar a little bit earlier. Okay, now I think an easier way to do this is do the whole song with 2 shapes. All right, we already learned the chords, but we could have this G chord just 2 frets higher, right? So 2, 3, 2 now becomes 4, 5, 4, G major. We're skipping the G sharp major, A major. This is a movable shape if you're not hitting the open string. Now I'm kind of holding that G string, just muting it. So that's G to A, and then now we do this. Now I'm just barring 2, 2, 2 for the D chord, not hitting the highest string, or you can hit it if you want to kind of bar your finger up a little more advanced. Not necessary. You don't need that highest open A string if you don't want it. But then when we go to the B minor chord, we can just hold down the second fret on the highest 3 strings, right? Or you can add your ring finger optionally to get that 4th fret on the G string. Again, the difference between this and this is very negligible, as you just heard. So you can play the whole song with 2 shapes. To A, D, which same thing as using all the open chords like this. Now, my recommendation would be to do maybe the verses one way and the choruses the other way, so you have a little bit of variation, doesn't sound like an endless loop of the same thing. So let's talk about what we'll call the pre-chorus, right? Now this is E minor, so let's see, what we're gonna do is gonna be open, 4, 3, 2. Now if you look up a chord chart on this, it'll be an E minor 9 that goes back and forth between E minor. We're gonna play it like this. Okay, so we're building back up into the chorus, and I'm just altering this E minor chord, open, 4, 3, 2, by adding my finger to the 5th fret on top, okay? Now, technically, an E minor 9 chord is gonna be a chord that has 5 different notes in it. A ukulele only has 4 strings, so it actually is impossible to truly play an E minor 9 chord. So the closest that we can get, in a way that I think sounds with the vibe of the song, is by adding your pinky here to that 5th fret, okay? So, close enough, we're affecting the chord in a different way. Same strumming pattern. And then when we go back to the chorus, instead of doing that same down and up thing, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's gonna bring us back into the main part. So remember that E minor, add your pinky. I think the important thing is to kind of keep your strumming mechanism, whether you're going down and up with your pointer finger and your thumb, whether you're using maybe like a small pick, whether you're just using one finger or your thumb, but just kind of keep it moving, right? Because practicing important counting, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's technically the more correct way to do it, to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but I think it's easier for your mind to kind of grasp a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern first. Either way, super fun song to jam along to, play along with the actual track. It's really not that bad to do, and like I said, it's just a pretty simple D, G, A, D, B minor, and then E minor and its alteration. So pretty easy to do. Let me know if you guys have any questions or suggestions of what song to do next. I am rocking a Journey Instruments travel uke. Really cool, very reasonably priced, and I have an affiliate link in the description. Thanks for watching.